Well, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of On the Trail with Bart. Today, on the Gila River Alternate again. So my Tremoli came back from their son's graduation, and we're going to walk a section from about Guthooks 2.5 to Doc Campbell. So you watched me walk from Doc Campbell's up to Highway 12, which was going to Reserve. We walked from Guthooks Mile 2.5 south to Silver City on the Walnut Street alternate. So going to complete that section from 2.5 to Doc Campbell's. It's about 19 miles to the river, and once you're there, it's about 16 miles and about 15 of it wet. So goal is today to camp 19 miles out and then get to Doc Campbell's tomorrow around 4 p.m. where one of our group's husband has a car again and gonna grab us and take us back down to Silver City. Then we'll all flip up to Highway 12 / Reserve to walk from there to Pie Town, and then Pie Town to Grants, and then Grants to Cuba. You get the idea. So come along with me. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Look at this. Boy, look at this. That is a stream, my friends. Look at that. Beautiful. Just such a common thing on the PCT, but here not. Wow, it's like a gusher. We hit water. Wow, look at that. Amazing. Well, one thing about this section, there are tons and tons of places to camp. Beautiful campsites. There's like one every 1/2 mile. That's great. Just a beautiful little valley here. Shade, shade. Boy, now that's a log cabin. Falling apart. Let's take a look. Wow, man. I would assume people were up here mining for gold. So different from the desert. Birds chirping, ants, life, greenery. Nice little view. Down at the mountain, getting that perfect shot. Really cool little rock formations. This is mile 8.6 on the Gila Alternate. Very scenic. New Mexico at its finest. It's very photographic. Lots of cool rocks. Guthooks Mile 9.3. Really cool rocks. Lots of little pillars, perfectly stacked. So there's the stream at Guthooks Mile 9.5, and here's a little sign for you to read if you're interested. The famous Regis tree, and a big thick book. Smiles, scatterbrain, good for peanut, butters, bill, kaleidoscope, walking home. Nobody I know. A giant finger points to the way. Guthooks 10.2, lots of water. Nice and clear too, beautiful. So right at mile 11.8, you begin a real steep climb, but you have very nice views. Whew, still climbing. Long uphill. Trying to get to mile 13, which was the 3.5 miles that guy mentioned about in the sign. We're about 0.5 from that. So we're taking a break at mile 13.1. I know the sign said that there was a beautiful spring at 3.5 miles past 9.6. It was wrong. There's no water here. Of course, the way it's worked in the past, you walk a quarter mile up and there's a great spring, but we can't see it from here. So Took a break at 13.1, and it's like 2.5 miles to a road that's got a trough. So we're out of water, and so that trough will be nice to see. But it does have pretty views, even though it's in kind of a burn zone. So there's a small climb up to that little notch, and then downhill to a road and a trough. But then it's got a great view. Getting near the top. At the top. That took about 15 minutes. It's a pretty steep climb. Now the long downhill to the road and the water trough. So there was a trough. And the rancher who owned the trough was there too. He just met with the Forest Service about fixing the pump to the well that fills the trough. It's very complex. And there's the bottom line was that he said not to drink the water out of the trough because it had been stagnant for 2 months. Yeah, I don't think he understands the kind of filth CDT walkers are used to drinking. Anyway, he went and got us 4 12-ounce bottles of water. so that might get us enough. It's 6 miles to the Gila River from now, so that might get us to that point. Granted, we will probably all drink ourselves blind when we get there. But you know, I'm a little thirsty. I'm not. It's not bad. It's cool out. You're walking in the shade. It's basically a downhill walk to the Gila River. It's all right. So the bottom line is we didn't take any water out of the trough. I looked at it. It looked okay. And, you know, there's lots of bugs and stuff in it, but it probably wouldn't taste great, but it might have worked. So anyway, we're following this now dry creek bed all the way down. I just have been for the past 4 miles. Not a pool, nothing, no water. Good thing, the trail's great, and it's a downhill walk. There's water? Hey, there it is too, look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. That looks worse than the trough looked.
I know it.
Much worse.
If only you had your Mac Daddy.
Boy, that is some disgusting water. All right, well, so we did find this. It's not too bad. It'll work just to pull enough water to get us down to the river. So that will do it. Well, here's another little pond. Maybe not as clear as the last one. A lot more moss, but not too bad. Oh well. And of course, as we get lower, there's more and more little bogs. This doesn't look too bad either. A 3.1 mile to the Gila River. Back on the road. So left the road. Some of the parts going down on this trail are not too bad, like this. But a lot of times the trails are like this, just tons and tons of rocks. Ankle breakers. But then look at that view. Beautiful. Almost to the camp. Maybe another half mile and that's it. I'm gonna jump into my sleeping bag, boy. Getting down into the valley. Wow, man, look at the cliffs up there. Fantastic, and this white tree. So made it to the Sapio River. That was a super long downhill. Guthooks, I think, underestimates it. I don't think it's quite the same distance Guthooks says, because it's maybe a mile and a half more. I don't think that they got all the switchbacks. Anyway, here, gonna set the tent, gotta make dinner, filter water, get everything ready to go tomorrow morning at the Gila River. So good night. Why, good morning. So slept pretty good last night. Wasn't as cold as it's normally been. Beautiful area. Gonna walk up the Gila River to Doc Campbell, 16 miles. Come check that out. Yeah, it just looks like the Gila cliff dwellings, doesn't it? Very, very cool. I think I'm probably going to use up a lot of footage on this part of the trail. So here's the first crossing, and it appears I can do it with dry feet. Hey, hey. So this is where this Pio River joins the Gila River, and we go upstream. Oh, nice camp spot right at that junction. Beautiful. Beautiful trees. So Guthooks does show going back and forth, but it is still kind of a hunt and miss. Interesting. I don't know, maybe just walk in the water. Wow, it's so pretty. With the sun coming up and all, it's just beautiful. Ah, sun, warmth. Apparently there are beavers in the area. Crossing again. Heading up over that way to get around this big rock. It's both mud and water. It's great. This is about crossing number 10. Lovely, lovely shoes. Nice and muddy, dirty, dusty, wet. And then nice and clean. Very impressive cliffs. More cowbell. It's beautiful white trees. So about 3 miles from the Gila River Bridge, which is about 1.6 miles from Doc Campbells. Boy, the trail has drastically changed. Rock herons, things are cut back. I mean, it's been great. We were doing maybe 1 mile an hour at times on the very southern part of this. Now doing about 3 miles per hour. It's fantastic. So one thing is that the Guthooks pink line, completely unreliable. This is shown as on Guthooks as a black dotted line. So my advice would be follow the black dotted line. About 1/2 mile to the Gila Bridge. Well, I think this is the last crossing. There's the bridge. People swimming, people sailing. No, this is the last crossing. I swear it is. Gonna cut off this video here. My gosh, that was a tough section. No water, climbing like crazy, beating your way through the bush. Wah, wah, wah. Welcome to the CDT. Next time, going to Pie Town. So that should be in about 2 days. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.